we could say mindfulness still, but that word is so played out that it might help us to think about it a little more accurately to say awareness. So we'll say awareness instead. Say intentional awareness. So that's our practice today. And to trigger the intentional awareness, we'll just do a very simple practice, the point of which is mainly to notice the quality of our awareness. Notice the quality of the noticing mind. So we'll start the same way we almost always start. Getting comfortable in your seat, resituating yourself as needed. Allowing the body to relax downwards. Noticing the quality of breath just as you're starting to settle your body downwards. What's happening with the breath right now? Notice the of mind. What's happening with your thoughts? Are you having a lot of verbal or visual thoughts? Importantly, how are we responding to these thoughts? We're going to do our favorite simple and perhaps slightly boring practice of just counting each breath to 10. Counting softly. If you lose the count, no big deal. Softly returning. If you have it in you, you can add an extra layer of curiosity to notice what happens when you lose this basic count. Does your mind become frustrated in some way? Does it tighten up? Does it push away? Does it pull towards? Just noticing and returning to the count. Counting 1 through 10 over and over. can continue to count to 10 with our breaths. But begin to be curious. Do we notice our attention even just slightly wandering? No need to change that if we do. But maybe it somehow goes on other things other than the count, but the count continues. We remember the count. What is that? How is it that the mind is in keeping track of more than one thing at a time? Similarly, we can notice that while we're paying attention to the breath, we remain aware of other parts of our experience. Sounds, feelings from the body, smells or tastes even. But we can still remain on the count. How is it that we take in all of this information at once? What is this larger awareness? We're having auditory thoughts. Just listen to them for a moment. Notice that there must be something larger than the self-talk, because there's something listening. Who is the self-talk or the auditory thoughts talking to? Who is listening? More and more we can let go of the counting 1 through 10. We can remain aware of the breath as a central part of our attention. We can begin to merge our awareness and focus with this broader awareness that lets in every part of our experience and listens to all of it. Listening to the thoughts themselves, listening to the sounds, listening to the breath, listening to the body. be curious for a moment. Is there anything you're not letting into your awareness? Is there anything that you're using as an intentional distraction, perhaps? Is there something your thoughts are helping you avoid? If that's true, sinking back into that. Taking a moment as part of our practice, when you're ready, to look around the room while still staying in your listening mind. Now taking on the task of listening with your eyes. As you open your eyes to look around the room, listening with your eyes, letting light come to meet your eyes, letting light move through your eyes to the back of your head. And let our eyes come closed just one more moment. As we ask ourselves the question, what is possible when the mind is like this? Haruki Murakami says, whatever it is you're seeking won't come in the form you're expecting. Our practice is just so. As you're ready, you can close your own practice in whatever way feels comfortable for you. Maybe taking in some fuller breaths. Making small movements of the body. And returning as you're ready. Whatever it is won't come in the form you're expecting. This is a good motto for our practice. A reminder to be as aware as possible so that we can maybe notice if whatever it is we're seeking has actually arrived.